Police officer Eduardo, a veteran on the force, is called to a kidnapping case at a luxurious mansion on the outskirts of the city. The victim, a young woman named Clara, is the daughter of a wealthy and influential businessman. The kidnapper, a man with his face covered, is armed and demands an absurd amount of money for the release of the hostage. Eduardo and his team surround the house, but the tension in the air is palpable. One wrong move, and everything could end in tragedy. Eduardo decides to negotiate directly with the kidnapper. He enters the house, unarmed, determined to save Clara at any cost. The kidnapper, nervous, places the gun to the young woman's head. Eduardo tries to calm him. "Eduardo, let's stay calm. We can solve this peacefully. What do you want?" Kidnapper, "I want the money, and I want to get out of here. If I don't get it, I'll shoot." Eduardo, "I understand. But if you let me negotiate, we might find a solution that works for both of us." The kidnapper hesitates, and the tension rises. Clara is visibly scared, her eyes fixed on Eduardo. "Clara, please help me. He's going to kill me." Eduardo, "Stay calm, Clara. I'll do everything I can to get you out safely." Eduardo carefully disarms the kidnapper. Finally, he manages to subdue him. Clara runs into Eduardo's arms, crying with relief. "Eduardo, you're safe now. Let's get out of here." With the kidnapper in custody and Clara safe, Eduardo begins to investigate the motives behind the crime. During the interrogation, the kidnapper, visibly terrified, repeatedly murmurs, "Kidnapper, you don't understand. She's not who you think she is." "Eduardo, what do you mean? Clara is the businessman's daughter. Who else could she be?" "Kidnapper, I know what I saw. The real Clara is dead. The woman you rescued is an imposter." Eduardo, intrigued, starts to investigate Clara's life and her family, discovering something disturbing. Clara had been reported missing 2 years ago, and everyone believed she was dead. Eduardo confronts Clara with the information. "Eduardo, I found documents proving that you're not who you claim to be. The real Clara died 2 years ago." "Clara, you're mistaken. I'm Clara. I was kidnapped and managed to escape." "Eduardo, then show me the scar you're supposed to have on your wrist." "It's not there." By chance, Eduardo finds an old photo of Clara in a newspaper and notices a small scar on the young woman's wrist, which the current Clara does not have. Eduardo returns to Clara's house, determined to uncover the truth. There, he finds documents proving that Clara was adopted when she was 6 years old. The real Clara died in a car accident, and the current Clara assumed her identity to inherit the family fortune. Eduardo returns to the police station and confronts the kidnapper, who now reveals the whole truth. "Kidnapper, I was the real Clara's boyfriend. I discovered the ruse when the imposter started living with the wealthy family. I planned the kidnapping to expose her." "Eduardo, why didn't you reveal the truth earlier?" "Kidnapper, I was caught before I could expose the truth. I wanted justice to be served, but I ended up in the wrong situation." Eduardo takes the evidence to Clara's father. The businessman, in shock, refuses to believe it. Clara's father, "This can't be true. Clara is my daughter. How can you prove this?" Eduardo, "The documents and evidence don't lie. The truth is painful, but it is reality." Clara, or rather the imposter, is arrested and taken to court. Eduardo, although he solved the case, feels a weight in his heart. Clara's deception was not just a crime, but a demonstration of human desperation and the need to survive at any cost. He realizes that often, people are not who they seem to be, and the world is full of mirror games, where truth and lies intertwine. In the end, Eduardo decides to move on, but now with a new perspective. He will never judge anyone based solely on appearances. The truth, he learned, is always deeper and more complex than it seems at first glance.